We spent $8,000 to defend the case that we won. The guy and the unit owner paid us back. But he came in here, said that he would not rent to anybody, and he wound up renting to some guy who he claims is his nephew, and the nephew couldn't prove that he was, in fact, the nephew. But it was, the nephews don't even apply.
Okay, another thing, is he still here? When is he leaving?
It was,
No, he put his name on the deed.
he put his name on the deed. Once his name goes on the deed, then it's okay.
But has it been recorded?
Yeah, he recorded.
I don't know.
It's not in,
I went online. It's not there yet, but it's happening. It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen. He paid
Well,
for
Because
it.
Rita
How long do we
Weinmeier
give him
is
for
Well,
it to
our lawyer is taking a lax thing there. He's not looking.
I will call him when the meeting's over to see if he in fact registered it. But the fact is, he paid us all the fees that we paid our attorney.
We can't take the burden.
Good.
And we can't take the burden of the cost of every time when somebody wants to come here and hiring a lawyer to investigate the case. And if we lose, we gotta pay the lawyer. And if somebody sends us something, and we tell them they gotta send it to us 2 weeks
All
in
right,
advance.
let's go on.
How do we investigate?
Let's move on.
So this
My
passed.
third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is the dogs and the dog weight and the number of dogs per unit. It seems that we have horses in the building.
In the building? Well, they're
in the form of
huge
in the form of dogs. Okay, and unfortunately, there's very little you can do about it. But
True.
from now on, I believe the way it should work is that everybody must register their dog here. And everybody can only have one dog. We have people with 2 dogs. You have to grandfather what happened in, and from today on, or from a week on, after people have the opportunity to register their animals, they're
Only
entitled to
one.
have one dog at a specific weight.
Uh-huh.
I need someone to put it to a motion.
Yeah, but originally, wasn't it only one dog allowed?
Barry,
Yes.
would someone
So
take,
it's in
It
there.
still is.
So
there's
it's
a
in
woman
there.
here, there's
It
a
hasn't
woman
been
here with a German
enforced.
Shepherd.
Right. Which is
Okay.
over 20 pounds.
Exactly, and I don't really, if she had a normal sized dog, I really don't care. The dog is intimidating some of her neighbors. So,
That's not the
I
blind
spoke-
lady, no?
No.
that's a seeing eye dog, no. I spoke to an attorney and he said to me, very little you can do about dogs.
And one.
He said, and one dog per unit. But he said, I have a 1 bite rule. When the dog bites somebody, the dog has to go.
Oh, you gotta wait.
So anyway, does anybody want to make a motion to change the way?
How do we overcome the dogs that are there now?
You have to
He says you gotta
grandfather them in,
grandfather.
Jerry. That's what the attorney said.
But I don't understand, you have in the rules only one dog. And
Correct.
they came in with 2.
Right.
So they knew they shouldn't have been allowed the second dog.
So,
Right.
oh,
Yeah,
there.
they knew that,
Yeah.
but we didn't enforce it.
Well,
Nobody's enforced it
you
for
can't-
So
years.
now
You
they'll
can't-
say
no,
because
you know what they
didn't enforce
call it?
They can buy it.
No. They call it selective enforcement. You either have to do it for everybody or none.
No, that big dog, that big dog that's here, I interviewed that guy, and I told him that you could not bring that dog into this building, loose it,
Right.
okay? I says, the dog is too big, and I'm telling you, you can't bring the dog into the building. He went and brought the dog here, and Bart was sitting in that chair, and he brought the dog into this room, and I was sitting over there after the interview, and he brought the dog in, and Bart was sitting there, and he spoke to Bart, and Bart, as the president of the building, approved the dog. He was the president,
Right.
and that's how that dog got into this
Now you
building.
have a 50-pound,
I
60-pound
did
dog.
I did not approve him at the interview, okay? Now, he did it as the president, and that's why that dog is in this building.
But this dog is
Okay.
very peaceful.
Oh, okay?
It's not about that.
It's not a question
It's
of
not
being.
about that.
It's not a
Because-
question of being peaceful. I did my job, and the president overruled it. Now, he never brought it back to the board of directors, okay? And he made that decision himself. Now, if you look in our bylaws, the president has a right sometimes to make a decision, and he made that decision. And that's why that dog is in this building, okay? So,
That opened the door for all big dogs.
now, that possibly opened the door for that dog in this building. But it actually didn't do, because the next president could have refused any dog in the building. Just because he made that decision, that doesn't mean the next president could make that same decision. That was his decision.
You know what, I don't think this issue is so important.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
It's not
no,
important, you know
That's
what,
one
I don't
dog.
think
the problem, you know what the importance is, I'm gonna tell you, because the man sometimes walks his dog in the back.
On my floor too, I said, ninth floor.
He
No.
walks him in the elevator,
Big
he
heavy
can
guy.
carry him out. You can
Got a
walk him
big
in the
dog.
front elevator, the back
Messes
elevator, he
it all.
walks him,
I've
he
seen
walks
it
him
in
through
the,
the lobby.
Listen, you wanna know something, the building is becoming a toilet.
It sure is.
The dogs are peeing and defecating.
Being in the
all over.
garage,
But if some of
defecating
the
in the
people-
garage, the
some of
people
the
don't
peop-
pick up.
Nobody, some of them pick up, not all of them.
Not all.
most of them pick up, yeah.
Okay, so you would rather have large dogs, you don't care?
No, we do care.
No, I'm asking her.
I'd
Well, you
rather
just
have
said-
medium or small, yeah.
You know, as soon as I drive my car out of the garage, I come out of the second floor. Whoever is walking the dog out of this building,
Uh-huh.
that dog either pees or defecates before they go off the property, or they're doing it on the sidewalk, or they're doing it in the park, not where they belong.
No, I saw a
Okay.
lady just coming out from this door, right away, like if the dog couldn't wait, and my sister and I were coming from work, and said, "You're not allowed to," and
So there you go,
she
you
let him pee and do
Oh, that
just
must be
right
that lady.
here.
I see it every day, I come out.
All right,
of
let's
the
go, let's
garage.
put
And she
something to a
didn't
motion
pick it
here.
up. Okay,
Let's put
go.
something to a motion.
How do you
One
stop
dog,
it?
20 pounds. No more than 20 pounds.
When
Okay,
fully grown.
When fully
let's
grown.
continue.
You want to see what he's doing? Do we get a second?
I said.
No, you can't, you made the motion.
Oh, I thought
I'll
I
second.
thought we already made that.
No,
No. Jerry, do you
I
have that
second,
down?
I
third,
second.
fourth, fifth, everything with the dogs.
All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor?
Yes,
Okay.
effective as of when?
Yeah, you gotta give them a week or so to register their dogs in the building, in the office.
Effective as of the 15th of April?
The 15th is 5 days from now, and 2 days over the weekend, so it's gonna give them 3 days.
All
You
right,
gotta give them, I think, a little more time.
30th of April?
Make it 30th. That's fair. And hopefully it'll work, and if it doesn't work, we'll put the attorney on, that's all, and they'll pay the attorney's fees.
Well, is that
who
gonna be
seconded
the
it,
procedure?
Who seconded?
I did.
Roberta.
The procedure for when we find the dogs. We have to go through every single dog